Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard. Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition homebrewed podcast and may deal with triggering themes at times. Viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings can be found in the description.
Previously on the Wandering Vanguard.
The last time with the Wandering Vanguard. While staying at Soldect Hospitality in the Feywild, you learned various things about your friend and some of you your acquaintance, Tavis's past. And that it seems that there's a show about you all that started when you signed the adventurer's contract. And they even have merchandise. Toom and Tibril split off from the party as you all were sat down for breakfast. And then Tavis led a tour around his childhood home. And you all learned even more, among other things, that he was and had 24 siblings. Along the way, Red Guest reunited with a standoffish ex named Rio that told him, after a little tiff, that she would be found at Scrynet, and then walked away. Toom and Tibril, after breaking through a barrier seemingly encasing Toom's soul in front of a red swirling void, both were individually sent through visions of what could be. Fates that if accepting the hand that was literally outstretched to them could come true. Both turned down the offers, barely escaping from Toom's soul. Tibril now emitting a silver glow instead of his usual purple or gold. Nyx, all this long while, had been working tirelessly the entire day on a way to bring back Toom's memory, and everyone else's as well, and finally has made a breakthrough. That is where we begin. It's been a couple hours, so probably around midday. The B&B is quieted down as the occupants have started their days. Tibril and Toom are upstairs alone resting. What would you all like to do?
I would like to go search for shops. Well, ask Tavis where the best shops are to get some sort of hat and all of the ingredients that I require to start making prototypes, as well as a drawstring bag.
I say, I'll lead all of us there once everybody is done what they need to do, once we can start moving along.
Okay, fair enough.
Is there anything anybody would like to do before we depart?
It's right now, Nyx, Tavis, and Redguest are all standing in Nyx's room. So, the other parts of your party are not with you right now.
Okay.
Let's go grab the others and just head out. That's what I want to do.
Let's go.
Yeah, head out.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
That's my new non-copyrighted catchphrase.
Oh no.
Yippee!
Oh no, really? Alright, so you grab everything out of your room and you head upstairs to where Tibble and Tumar. You knock on the door. Tibble, you're laying on the bed. You just finished your sandwich. You feel a little better when you hear on your door.
Oh, come in. It's unlocked.
Hey, so I had a breakthrough. You want to go shopping? I think I can make the magic hat to read your mind.
To what?
Okay, we're going shopping. I walk over and I just grab his arm and I start pulling him out the door.
Wait. What's your strength?
That doesn't matter.
Tim looks over at all of you leaving and gets up to follow you.
He's like, wait. All right. Ekman, are you coming?
You look around, Ekman is nowhere to be seen.
Oh. Well, I gotta find him. Just a second. And I'm gonna go walk around looking for Ekman.
Roll investigation. Ekman's not here. Walk around the entirety of the complex, you check all of yard. Anywhere that Ekman possibly could be, even the sauna where he might be relaxing. No sign of him. But you do find Visaria walking out of the kitchen.
Oh, I happen to see my, the tiefling, the red tiefling, about yay tall, walk through here.
Visaria stops, looking over at you, holding a stack of towels. Does she remember? No, I can't say that I have. A bit busy, and she pushes up and down the towels.
Understandable. Good luck. Good luck with that.
Thanks. Hope you find him. And then she walks up the stairs past you.
All right, I'm gonna spend 4 focus points and send him a message.
Was I there during that confrontation? Did she glare at me for getting the most expensive things on the menu?
If you followed Tibril, then you can be there.
Yeah, I would have followed Tibril.
She looks up at you and kind of sighs a little bit, then curtly nods, and then walks up the stairs.
I do like a small wave, like an awkward wave.
She says, "Good day," and she walks past you.
I'm gonna send a message, spending my focus points, and just send a message to Ekman and be like, "Hey, where are you at? They're talking about going out shopping and wanted you to come along if you wanted to." And that's it. Hey, Ekman. That one.
After your body lights with sort of silver light, and you feel that there was a connection, and there are a couple seconds before he responds. "Oh, don't worry about me. I'm out doing a couple errands. Go out and do your thing. I'll be sure to find you sometime."
Well, apparently he's out shopping.
All right.
So maybe we'll find him while we're out.
Maybe.
You know who else is a tiefling?
Who is it, Raoul? Who else is a tiefling?
Ekman. The Padre.
The Padre is not a tiefling. Wait,
Yeah,
is he?
Yeah,
Her
he
father
is.
is a tiefling.
He's
I
very
can't
much
remember at this point.
He's blue. Dabba dee,
Yeah.
dabba die.
He is a blue tiefling with spectacles and monastic fatherly robes.
And
I don't know why. I just always thought of the father from Blue Exorcist.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
I just always thought of him whenever you were describing him, and just completely overlooked the whole blue skin.
It's all good. Okay. But Ekman has answered, and it doesn't seem that he has intentions of joining you as of yet.
So, where is it we're going shopping again?
I believe the first place we're going to is... what did you say you needed first, Nyx?
I need hats so I can make this thing. So my breakthrough was instead of approaching it like trying to restore his memory, what if we target the part of you know, and I say the name Althator.
Yeah, there you go.
I say so like Althator. What if we approach it like, why can't people understand the name Althator? So I decided Althator is where I'm gonna focus. Althator.
Is he broken?
So Redgast and Tavis. Yeah, both of you just hear, why can't anyone understand? That's where I'm focusing it. Just like
yeah, see, exactly. You guys can't understand it. So I'm gonna fix your brains.
Oh, alrighty. Sure.
But first I need a hat. Well,
Valkyrie's proper posture? Was that it?
Yes. I believe so.
hat shop.
Or as nobody calls it, a hattery.
The VPP.
Ah, we're going to a Mad Hattery.
Wait a minute. Wait, guys. Didn't I... Tavis, you would have been there for it. Didn't we get everyone hats a while ago?
I don't believe we got everyone hats. I believe we stopped in, but we didn't really get anything.
No, I remember it was back at that, what's the town? The big city where we met with the king. After the whole shebang, I went out early and got everybody hats that morning, didn't I? I'm gonna go in my bag and find
This is Trevor laughing. It's totally true. You guys did get hats because I had the Bez had the cowboy hat.
Yeah, he did. I bought you a cowboy hat. I bought you a baseball cap. I bought what did I buy at Perthy? Was it a big stock?
It was like a bowler cap.
Oh, bowler cap. That's right. Yeah, I was like, I remember doing this. I didn't get me one, but I got everybody else one. The Tomb has a big old wizard hat. I don't know what happened to that one though.
Tomb reaches into his side, and you see after a while a familiar hat that has been crunched into his compartment that has been you guys remember that head that had a bunch of tar on it? There's some tar on the hat. He pulls it out, kind of like waves it a little bit, and then puts it on.
Well, it's good to see that it's getting some use.
I would like to. Hey, Tomb, can I see the hat?
Tomb.
And I hold out my hand.
Tomb hands you the hat.
All right, watch this. I set the hat down on the ground, and I cast Create Bonfire on the hat.
What?
Okay, we're good. And I stomp out the fire.
What was that for?
It had a whole bunch of tar on it. Had other magical energies on it that I don't know about and are very sketch. And I would not trust.
Could we have just taken it outside and done that first?
No, we can't.
I'm never going to understand you, am I?
I've given up trying to understand myself a long time ago.
Well, at least you're honest.
Tomb reaches for the hat again and puts it back on.
Just char.
Yeah, it's just charred. There's holes in it, but it's shiny blue in parts that are undamaged.
Okay. To the hat shop.
Raise proper posture.
Yes, that one.
All right, you guys headed straight there.
I believe so.
All right.
Yes.
And Zach, you would know the other shops that I pointed out to you a while back. Now, you also know about Merle's magic stuff. Properio's pastries. And vaguely about Vinry's marvelous meandering house of oddities.
Okay.
So, those are the
Right.
other options that you know about.
Okay.
All of you gather everything up and head out the door into the midday sun. It is a little nippy outside, sort of fallish feeling, like the beginning of fall. But as Miss Congeniality would say, a perfect date, you just need a light coat, a light jacket. You guys make your way through old Austrazalia through the streets. You pass the two shops that your mom and dad are in charge of, and you see your dad's door is open. You hear the ding, ding, ding within, and then you see a couple people walking in and out of your mother's shop, carrying vases full of nicely made arrangements of flowers. And you pass by those two shops and you make your way into the city of Austrazalia proper. Actually, since you are heading this, Tavis, can you roll a perception check?
Ooh. Now to do basic math. 12.
All right. As you're about to walk into Austrazalia proper, you look over and you remember that the odd shop to your right was right about there. You see the sort of shack with the stained glass windows and the several different weird oddities. Okay. If it's a 22, Tavis,
Yeah.
you definitely see this, and you also notice. As you almost pretty immediately with the 22, you look over and you see the Venry's marvelous meandering house of oddities. You're pretty sure that's what that is. You look over, you see the shack. You see the stained glass windows, except it looks like the house moved to the right about 4 feet.
Okay. I say to myself, oh well. And then I lead everybody to to the shop.
Hey there, everyone. I thought I would take this opportunity in our show to do some catching up. Some announceroonies, some talkies, even. Just to remind you all of our social medias, you can find us on Twitter, Audio Adventures at the username AudioAdventure2. Why 2, you ask? Well, number 1 was taken. Ayy. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. We have also set up a Ko-Fi, we had a couple comments made at us about being able to support us a bit with that good green juice that the world just seems to run on. So, if you're feeling generous towards us, that would be one of the avenues to help us grow and to encourage us as the artist as well. Another avenue to help us thrive and grow is to share and tell your friends about us. We are one of the many, many, many D&D podcasts out there, so we are ecstatic whenever someone wants to listen to us play D&D. We don't spend any money to advertise this show, so your support means that much more to us. And since there are more of us now, here is our Wandering Vanguard.
Well, I am Zach, and I will be playing Tavis, who is an Eladrin sorcerer. The only interesting fact that I can think of for him is that his last name is just, Elvish for owl, because he likes owls.
I'm Trevor. I am playing the character Nix-with-burning-red-eyes. Nix with burning red eyes. And his last name is Bright. He was born into a noble family, hence the actual last name, as he's a changeling artificer. Changelings don't normally have last names, they normally just have hyphenated names.
Hello there. My name is Tibril Darrow. I am a half-elf man from the town of Allerton. I am what you might call a soul knife. And before I get too far, let me explain what a soul knife is. A soul knife is someone who can summon a weapon that is bound to our soul. I used to have a longsword like my father, but now it's a glaive with etchings of flowers throughout the whole thing. Along with being able to summon the glaive, I'm able to use my mind to connect to the soul of others, to communicate and help in battle. Our friend Tomb, not being able to speak, but I'm able to connect to his soul and kind of get a general idea of what he's thinking and what he would say. Along with all that, my mom always said I had a golden glow to me, which I didn't really understand until now to be literal. Our soul's power shows through our bodies as different colors. I've never met another soul knife besides my father, so I don't know where he learned it. My mom and I lived in a town called Allerton. But before I get too very much into that, my mom was a very sick woman. We lost a lot of money and resources trying to find a cure, but nothing worked. My father left to find something to help her, and he never returned. That was when I was 8. I'm 25 now. Once I became a teen, I started working at the local apothecary. My father was a medic, master with blades and medicine, and I wanted to be like that. Medicine and plants, it's always been fascinating to me. I have my dad's journal here, and one day while looking through, I found something that I wasn't really expecting. I found out the book was only half filled, but the last page talked about this plant called the golden snapdragon. But apparently it's a plant of legend that can cure any known disease. The only other thing that's on these pages are 2 places, Mistreeston and Chanbu. And I think this is where he thought they were, which makes sense with how rare it is. That'd be in 2 of the hardest countries to get into. I haven't been to either of these places, but it's the only lead I got. And one day we were raided by goblins. And then there's a group of adventurers came up. They helped clear the goblins away, and they even helped save a lot of people that day. They invited me to come along on the adventure. This is the only chance I had to find my dad. But before I left, my mom gave me a couple things. But she pulled out a cape, a long purple cape with 2 golden pauldrons on the side. It fit perfectly, like it was made to fit me. Then she also gave me her wedding ring. Told me to if I find Dad, tell it to get his butt home. Now I have three things I have to do. I have to find my dad, find the golden snapdragon, and make it home alive. Because if I don't, my mother will kill me.
So my name's Emma, and I'm gonna explain to you what my character looks like and everything because he actually can't talk. So his name is Toon. He is a Warforged necromancer, and he kind of got his voice box ripped out, and so he can't speak. All he does is screech occasionally. He does write in a little notebook, so that's how he communicates most of the time. And he is covered in cherry blossoms, and he has a giant gash in the middle of his torso. where he hides his familiar talent and some skulls and some other miscellaneous things. And yeah, he is silver with 2 green bands around each arm, and he has blue eyes. And that's pretty much it.
My name is Redguest. I am but a simple tabaxi who lives within others' means. I never knew my parents, but the Order of the Ghost Slayers made up for that. They taught me how to fight with honor as one of their esteemed blood hunters. My mercenary work taught me how to value my own life. These 2 paths have coiled into a journey of broken love and pointless purchases, where I now find myself with the Wandering Vanguard. I have no doubt they will be able to help me on my current mission.
And I think that's about it. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And the next one will be up for all of you next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See ya!
To what shop?
Crap, what was the hat shop again?
Hat shop.
Like,
Okay.
It was the was it Venry's or was it?
No, Venry's is the place that you're looking at right now with the shop that moved to the right.
Oh, okay.
Valkyrie is
Okay.
Valkyrie's proper posture.
I lead everyone to Valkyrie's proper posture.
All right. You make your way, quickly dismissing this weird little thing because, you know, the Feywild is weird in general. You make your way into the city proper. It is pretty busy, like how when you guys got there the day before. It's only been a day. You guys make your way into the city proper. It is bustling. There are several people out and about. You make your way through the flea market into the park area where you guys all see a very familiar sign as all of these elven people with some of them similar crest on their hands or on their necks, or they're talking emerald crystals, are walking around it, not really noticing one another at all. But you see the familiar statue of where you came through into the Feywild still sitting there in all of its glory. And you walk right past it and through the park to the northern part of the town, you find a cute little sort of on the corner of a street sort of in tiny building that is pastel blue, 2 levels, and has black wrought iron sort of handles on the steps to go up inside. And above the door is a mahogany sign that says proper posture engraved in it, and then delicate pink sort of painted lettering on the inside of the sign. And then on the door on the inside is a sign that is flipped over that says open.
I lead everyone inside.
As you go inside, you hear a delicate little ding, 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 ding. And you look up and you don't see a bell, but you hear the sound anyways. And you see several just wooden tables that have folded delicate shirts and then pants all over, and then in the back there is hangers that have dresses on it, and you see an elven woman turn around, black hair with sort of silver-ish highlights every so often that doesn't look natural like Viseria's, that looks definitely dyed in there. Turn around in a pastel blue to floor-length gown and turns around and says, "Hello and welcome to Proper Postures. I'm Valkyrie. How can I help all of you today?"
I believe...
I need to buy lots of hats that are very good for conducting magic.
Oh, interesting. I've never really heard of that sort of use for fashion before. When you say conducting, good for conducting magic, can you give me an example?
I say Alphator.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to fix that problem. And I need a hat to go into the mind and remove that block for people. So.
She kind of looks at you and nods a little bit, scrunching her right eyebrow down. Says, I will see what I can do. Do you want those made, or do you want them pre-made? Do you want to buy them now?
I prefer to purchase them now.
All right. I'm going to have to look in the back, if you'll excuse me. Did any of the rest of you have any inquiries?
No, I'm just looking around. Thank you, though.
All right.
Would you happen to have anything almost like a suit, but like that I could move around in? Say if there's trouble on the road?
If I would have a suit that... Oh, you want to be athletic? All right. That I can do. If you will go over there, and she gestures to the front right-hand corner of the shop, and she says, if you'll just stand in that blue circle up there in the front, I'll get your measurements and we can get started on that.
All right. And I go over and stand on that blue circle. Blue circle.
Right. And she nods and turns and goes into the back of the room, into the back of her shop, into a different room. And Redguest, as you step onto this blue magical sort of runic pulsing circle, all of you see that Redguest is sort of like enveloped with a blue pulsing light, and as you're enveloped, it feels kind of like you're being encased, but you don't feel claustrophobic. You don't feel like you're in danger at all. You just feel like a slight sort of pulsating pressure from around you for about 30 seconds before the blue light turns green and it dissipates.
Tibril, I did what you do.
Yeah, I guess it for... Yeah, I have no... Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's really what I do, I guess.
Now do I just stand here and wait? I'll just wait.
That's fair.
You all stand there and wait for a second, and Valkyrie comes back, holding several stacked, similar-looking hats in one hand, and then a sort of a tablet in the other. And she puts all of the hats on the counter, and then looks over to you, Redguest, and motions you over with her hand. And she places the tablet on the counter. All right. So, you there, the Nix, what do you look like right now?
It's been so long since you asked me that. Probably my base form. The brown hair, tan, that form.
All right. She'll look over at you and say, you over there with the... And she'll motion over. And you see that she has several sort of different hats. Most of them look to be of like sort of a felt design in nature. Not really any sort of like hard hat of any sort of make. They all look to be made for fashion. And sort of like a bowler cap that kind of comes to like a point in the front. One of them looks to be more of like a top hat.
Is there a pirate's hat?
You look around, you don't see a literal pirate's hat, but you look and see like a sort of just a hat that, like a sun hat, like a large floppy sun hat.
Do I know if these would work well for my design?
With your design, you would probably want... Actually, roll an intelligence check.
I rolled 13, or no, 12 plus 3. I don't know why I said 13. 15.
Alright, 15. Okay. You would know that these probably wouldn't quite do it. You would probably want a
Like a helmet?
like a silver helmet or something. She looks at you. Would any of these do it for you?
Unfortunately, I don't think this will work for my design. So sorry for having you fetch them.
It is no problem at all. And if any of you want fitted for clothing like your friend here, don't feel any shyness to do so.
I think I'll be fine for now.
I need to get myself a white suit because I don't have one.
Wait, Tavis, did you get changed?
Yeah.
Okay, you are wearing pants. Actually, you are. You don't.
Yeah.
You aren't free balling anymore.
I would.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm going to shift to my base form: shoulder-length white hair, burning red eyes, and pale white skin, and say, I would like a 3-piece suit to complement my skin.
Tavis, did you come here naked? That is a question. Okay. Roll a history check. Did you remember to put on clothes this morning?
Your clothes slowly dissolve off your body.
Oh my gosh. As you change your form, Nyx, you see Valkyria has been moving to put all of the hats away and start to pick them up, and you say that, and she smiles and then looks up and says, and her eyes like widen in surprise, "Oh, you're a changeling. All right. So if you'll go over where your tabaxi friend went to the front of the store, I can get your measurements and we can get started on that."
I go and I stand on the basis that red guest is standing on.
You step into this similar runic design and you feel the same sort of like pulsing blue light envelop you and just sort of like pulse around you, pressure on all sides of you for about 30 seconds, just pulsing. Feels weird. Again, you don't feel like you're suffocating, just it's not a feeling you've ever experienced before like that. Light turns green and the light disappears. And she looks over to your red guest who you were waiting at the counter. And she says, "All right, so for a tracksuit, what color, what sort of design are you thinking for it? Typical tracksuit?"
For a typical tracksuit, I'm thinking kind of one monocolor. Let me imagine in my head while the player finds the picture. Because it's been a while. It's been a long while. Brown. How about a brown tracksuit? With like white stripes on the sides of my arm. That might be normal for a tracksuit. I don't know what a tracksuit is.
Sort of mahogany, sort of brown. All right. And you said you want to be moving. Yes, I can do that. Do you want anything sewn into it, like your name, a name of an organization, just plain?
Look over at Tibril and I do the Puss in Boots eyes. Can I join the Wandering Vanguard? Can I have your symbol?
We don't have a symbol, but at this point, I figured you were already a part of it.
Does the have you heard of the Wandering Vanguard on the old Skynet?
Oh yeah. I didn't want to say anything, but you all remind me very much of them. Yes, but I do know them. Yes.
I forget. Do they have a logo or something?
Oh yes, they do have a logo. Skynet made one up for them. They like to make one up for every sort of adventuring party. But yes, they do have a logo.
Can I have that one?
Oh yes, I see you're a fan. Yes, I can do that for just a slight upcharge.
Oh, okay.
Hey, guys. Did we get a logo?
I don't think. Maybe we have one. I'm unsure.
Dude,
why don't we wait till she comes back with it embroidered on Red Guest?
I mean, if someone made it, professional, like if a professional came up with it, it's like it probably looks all right, right?
Well, yeah. I assume so.
Man, people are making logos for us and watching us on TV. This is weird. Or on whatever a TV is.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, I can do that for you. No one else. You wanted a white suit. Did anyone else want sort of tracksuit, t-shirt, pants, an upgrade for your wardrobes?
Sam, question.
Yeah.
So I wear long sleeves typically. Like it's a white undershirt with like a brown vest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any blood on my sleeves from Tavis?
No.
Huh?
You've been walking around spattered with blood, but it's been like dried out, washed out with the rain, so it looks sort of like deep dried, sort of like reddish. You know how like blood dries like a reddish black after a while?
Right. Yes. I do remember. Could I get a new vest kind of like this one? And then another white undershirt for it. This one's got kind of torn up a little bit.
Do you want exactly like that, or do you want to, I'm assuming it looks like you all, sort of wander around the Feywild, so maybe adventurers or something. Do you need more?
One could call us the Wandering Vanguard.
I thought we were keeping a low profile.
Wait, when did we say that?
Roll persuasion check.
Roll a persuasion check?
Yeah.
Persuasion. Unnatural 20.
And she had her head. She started to look down at the tablet once more, and when you say that, she like freezes.
It's just an expression.
And she slowly looks up and smiles, but the smile isn't as wide as before. I see. All right, I can definitely do that.
I glance at Tavis.
For the Wandering Vanguard, I can definitely do all of these sort of things. Red Guest, you will, it will probably be about 5 gold for this tracksuit. For the suit, it would probably be about 20 gold. And
Is it possible to make it so it repels, like, all things that could, like, soak into it? So, like, blood, mud, I don't really care if it gets wet, so water would be fine.
You will probably want to go to Merle's magic stuff. He's also an enchanter. I can't do that sort of work here. I can make anything that you want, though, base-wise.
No, the suit will be perfect, thank you.
Not a problem, Nix. And she looks over to you, Tibril. And Tibril, that'll probably cost about, we're going to say 2 gold.
All right.
Alright, if none of you have anything else you want from me, I'm going to go get to work. Come back to me in probably about 2.5 days. And she turns and walks into the back quickly.
Okay, is there anybody else in the store?
Roll perception check.
Perception. 18.
You look around, scan all of the aisles. You see people walking past in the sort of window, in the large window towards the front, but you don't see anyone necessarily in the store with you.
Okay, let's keep a low profile, guys. I don't know if this is gonna be unwanted attention for us. But let's try to keep it from now on.
Okay.
Aren't Wandering Vanguard heroes?
Yeah. But without knowing.
Well, we're also just characters.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know what the view of us are besides, without knowing more details about who they think we are. Might be better just to keep semi-quiet.
Ooh, we should come up with fake names then.
We should.
Well, Tavis, you already got that one covered, don't you? And I tap him on the shoulder.
I do, yes.
All right, so where are we headed next?
So those hats didn't work. Is there, like, a place we can buy, like, a metal helmet or something?
I was gonna say, what about that? She mentioned Merle's magic something?
Yes. I was about to suggest that.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go there.
Oh, and while we're walking over that way, is there a bookstore nearby?
I believe so.
There's probably a library at the college.
Oh no, there is one. I want to look more for just some, like, for fun reading, you know.
Smut.
No.
Are you looking for smut or are you looking for knowledge?
Those are the two options.
Tavis may or may not know a place you can get smut. It depends on what you ask him.
It would be
Y'all
near
wanna go get
Ilrin's old
smut?
house if you want smut.
Yeah.
I'm just. Oh my gosh, you guys.
What kind of books are you looking for?
I don't know. I was looking for just some fiction novels, maybe
Also,
some.
wasn't there some smut in the library of the prince?
There was.
Yeah. Nina burnt it.
Oh, right. I remember that. I wonder where she is. I haven't heard from her in a while.
Probably did. I wonder if there are any books about us.
Maybe, possibly.
Alright, to the enchanters, right?
Yeah. And we can stop. We can take at any point in time if you do want the smut. I do know where that store is, but there are.
Do I want to know why you know where that store is?
Yeah, because I know some places in the city because I live here.
Fair enough.
I may have gone in there once.
I don't judge. I don't judge, man.
But if you want other books, I know where to get those as well. But off to the magic shop first, or do we want to go get books?
magic shop.
Which is closer?
And I believe it's the magic shop.
Actually, the magic shop is over across from the college. You would know the bookstore is actually closer.
The bookstore is closer.
Well, Nix, would you be okay with stopping there first? At that point, I'll just hang out there while you guys did your thing.
Sure, we can go.
Awesome, thank you.
All right.
You'll exit out onto the busy streets of Austrazalia, and you take a look across the street, and you see that there is a bookstore immediately there, but it is rather about 4 stores down into the street, going down that way, and you make your way over there. Tibble, could you roll a perception check?
I sure can. Wait, no, the metal dice was good for me.
He can certainly try.
15.
Okay.
No, 16, I'm sorry.
Okay. Noted. You all make your way across the street, about 4 or 5 stores down, and you look over and you see sort of like each store looks to have a different personality in the front. Proper Posture had a definite sort of proper feel and quality to its storefront. This bookstore looks a little run down. Like it's not maybe doing too well. The front looks to be sort of like cheap wood, somehow mismatched together to make a wall somehow. And as you enter through it, you're greeted with a familiar smell. And you look over to the right, and you see a very familiar furbolg sitting behind the counter.
Okay, Peter's dumb. Who is this?
You recognize him from Aradora. You recognize him as the furbolg named Anthony, and punk clothes, sort of black leather clothing, pink sort of like faux, the pink sort of mohawk look, sitting behind the counter, same as ever, reading a book slowly.
Anthony?
Looks up. Oh, hey. What are you doing here, man?
I was about to ask you the same question.
You come back to Aradora?
What did he say? I'm sorry, you cut out for a second.
You came back to Aradora, huh?
I'm not in Aradora. Are we in Aradora right now?
I mean, that's where my shop is. What are you talking about?
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.